you doing? Hope you can hear me. So I'm going to check if the screen finally is the right way. Let me see. I'm checking. And it's really slow. My so I hope this will work. So I will wait a little bit. It's Sunday afternoon. Yeah, I will start this one up again. And then check if everything is okay, the sound and my. I see I have now the right way around. That correctly. Let me see if I can click on myself. Yes, I have a good picture finally. The third time I'm live. Okay, now I think you got that echo for a short time. So I think I will just start and see who will turn up. I don't feel really, yeah, I am a little bit sick. I want this to be a little bit better, so really don't want to touch anything. But yeah, I hope you all are okay. I'm a little bit under the weather today, but I thought I will try and see what happens. I will show you things that I was working on during the week, last week. So it can't remember any words, or when I'm stumbling, or if I notice that my fever is going up or something weird like that, I will stop streaming right away. But I really wanted to get this right, so at least that I get my image the right way around, so you have a full screen. I really hope you all are doing well. I also need some lighting, and I searched online for a ring light, and I found a really good one, reasonable price. So I'm also getting that. That will take me a while. Also looked into a different camera and different phones, and so great my channel content. So that's my at least what I want to do. So yeah, first I want to show you my scroll book. I worked a little bit on my scroll book, and I want to show how that looks now. So I made a little bit of pen. So first I will show you a little bit what I was up to during the last. I will try to do something as well, but how it will work out. So like I said, but I'm just really happy that I got screen full range. And what I did, I tried it a couple of times. It automatically was recording face, and I did turn the camera around. It was a little bit of a hustle, right? But I was determined to get it right. This is the third time I'm actually live, and I'm keeping it up, and the rest I already deleted. I went live, so I didn't have a lot of test on my channel, and I will change my title. I don't know really how to do that, but yeah, I don't have a strong advice to do that while I'm, because my doesn't work, and I have really an old iPad, a good one, but it doesn't seem to want to how you call that, I can't load up the battery, so yeah, when the battery I couldn't go on that thing, so I want to also go to a sort of a shop and try to, yeah, so that they can repair is the word. I'll show you what I did. So this is the cover, and as you can see, I used one of my weirdly shaped like a cover. I also found some mesh. I think this is from my yeah, packaging from something. I can't really remember, but I always things so that I can use it in my mixed media work. So I also made a template for now. That's what it says, template for now, with a smiley face. I thought this was so funny that you saw this paint. So I'm keeping this one to make, yeah, for my sisters, for the other one, but I will show you in a minute. This is, yeah, this is the cover I chose because I really love this, how this looks. So I made up a Chinese sort of a sign. I just made it up. And then also during Valentine's Day, I am making some hearts, and I'll do the ones that I didn't use yet in a minute. So here is a piece of fabric that I painted. It's sort of a copper color. I used this color, so I can just see what I'm doing with my I can just watch my screen, so that's really cool. Of the other side, I will show you also the other side. I used the paper that I also made in a previous live, I think. So the inside, I will show you the inside. So here I cut out the inside of that, the back. I chose to stick it on. Here is a sort of a messily cut. And I also want to with paint some more, and then also sew, because I stuck down a lot of different papers. So here's a, I think I really have it the wrong way around, but well, okay, and like this. So this is not really major, but I just stuck down some paper. Also what I want to do, you can see that I also shaped gel plate for this one, and what I also do is yeah, get a piece of a stick, perhaps an old how you call that, brush, and then use the brush handle. Here I also have a tunnel in this, use that to roll it, because I have sort of a wooden thingy that you have your twine, you know, but that was too small, so I really one, and that was really a cool one, but well, so I also stuck down some of the papers that I was working on. It looks a little bit messily still, and it's unfinished, and that's how you build a book, right? So here's also cut-off pieces, and also the inside when I was using yeah, this kind of paper, parchment paper, or however you want to call it. This is by the way, that's on this little piece. Use scraps to, like I said, cut off pieces. Really, yeah, make this a little bit pretty. I'm making a mess. I don't know where I was. Oh dear. So I overlap them, and like I said, I want to sew this, and yeah, let's put that aside for now. I will put on this side. I will roll it up in a minute. What I was doing was I was using my marble paint, and I was really happy to try it out. here they are. I have them still on my art table, so they are a little bit messy. But I'm going to post a short about this on Wednesday, so then you see how I made this. So I used an envelope, and this was really a clean sort of up. So what was left in the water container. So what you do is you have a water container, and then you spill all the paints on it, and now I can fill, of course. How does that look? That looks a little bit, and I will put my iPad aside. Now change, of course, how I am showing what I'm doing. So a little bit higher. I will watch on my iPad how I'm doing. This is a little bit better. Yeah, I am a little bit close to the table, but that's the way today. So I'll put some stuff aside for now. So like that. So now you can see the papers a little bit better. So I don't know which one this was, the second or the third. I don't know. This is really thin. I think this was paper to draw on. So this you can see back a little bit even through the paper. So I really love the organic look that this will give you. So that is really cool. And this one is also really cool. I love to see shapes in them. This is a little bit window color, don't you think? Distorted Winnie the Pooh. I have a lot of imagination, okay. So also a little bit of cartoonish, the way I use them, but sometimes of a lighter color. It's really cool. And this one I have. And this is the first time I used marble paint, so I chose also, it's also called Easy Marble. I think it's for beginners, but that's really, I think it was also good quality. That's not really so important, but for the first time I didn't want to buy top of the bill stuff. I don't know how you call that. Something like that. So it's just a try, and everything about it. So like I said, the organic look, but what I like was the smell. It really smells really, it's you really have to open up a window, and I also papers by the window, and the window was on a small. I had it open a little bit. I mean. So all the papers so by the window, so the smell was a little bit better in a couple of days. So, but like nail polish or like nail polish remover, something like that. So that is something you have to take into account when you wear this. If you have sensitive nose, you would have to think about it. I really loved it that I had pink, I had light yellow and dark yellow, a little bit ochre. So I really do anything. I did do the same thing over. You will see it in my short how I did it, but really it amazed me that I got so many different colors. Also here, the red I had two. I did it 2 times. So the second time the red was dark, and the green also is really here. It's really soft. So I'm showing it the other way around. Actually, this is my first. But I will explain. So this one is cool. That really reminded me of sort of a manga, you know, and when you are, sort of cartoon, like I said. And also I had already stamped on this, so that is showing through. So I really can use this in my mixed media work. So this also could make a cool color on a cover on itself when I do this. That's really cool, right? So wow, look at that. This looks like water over here. So I also want to do the paint pouring. I want to try it, but then I don't want to pour, and all the paint is going and going. I really feel, I feel that is sort of a waste of the paint in a way. I'm a little bit frugal like that. So I really love to, yeah, try to, yeah, don't spend a lot of money and recycle and something. Oh, yeah, I'm always recycling. Just like this. This is wrapping paper. I also tried it on wrapping paper, but I think this one is the coolest one. Also because I already stamped. So this is stamped with acrylic paint. So that's really cool. So, and this one is also really cool. This is the thin paper again, so the paper that I drew on, and this is the light green, and here you have the yellow, and here you have the blue and the red, and the black is also really cool. This almost looks like lava. That's what I see in this, sort of a lava, yeah, swirly shape. And this was the first one. I just poured it. I sprayed this with water, and then I sprinkled it a little bit drop by drop. So I did do red in the middle and then black on this side. And I still like this a lot. You see how shiny this is. This is on top of the paper. It's really shiny. It's really, yeah, I don't know. And here you see sort of the dendritic effect. And here you see sort of bubbles. Here, really small. Heel betekent very, very small dots. It's sort of a bubble. So I don't know if the camera is picking that up. And this is also this. This is the mop up. So what I did was I had this page, and then I just did this, and then like mono printing, right? So this is what I did, and also really cool. This is really marbly, and yeah, so you don't really need a water container to do this marbling. But yeah, if you do it in a container, you really get the bolder color. So it depends on what you want to do and what kind of thing you are making. Perhaps if I would make a painting with paper, I would use this, but you could use everything. So it's really so different. A mop-up from paper, and this is directly from the water. So yeah, I really am amazed by the difference, but that's why I wanted to try it first onto paper and do sort of a mono printing with marble paint. So that's what I did. And then I had one fail. So I tried with a stick skew. I tried to do the, yeah, you call that, make shapes into it. And then I made a whole, it stuck onto, oh, I see. Someone else is, hey, Dee, you are just loading up a video I saw, so I will watch that in a minute. I just saw it, so I won't stay on that long, so I see you are busy right now. But yeah, so what I saw in this one was sort of a shape. This is the back of her head with her hair, and this is her back. And this was a little bit of a woman with a distorted face. I really am good at seeing shapes. So yeah, I really love this shape, but I don't know what to do with it. But yeah, so I didn't really mind that I made a mistake, but it is a cool mistake, I think. So I think, yeah, I would use this in a collage or something like that. So let's move on to the next thing that I want to show you. And this is my first mixed media like art journal that I made with a shape. So I wanted to show you how that was coming along. So I made this I think 4 years ago or 4.5 years ago, I think. I still have that on my channel. Perhaps it is 3 years ago. I don't really remember, but it is a while ago. So what I did was yeah, and here I stamped my stamp that I made from a gel plate. I cut it out, a heart shape. But yeah, what I did was I made a cover, and then I used all my gel prints that I really rejected, and I used them to make this art journal. So here I also had a round plate at the time, so I used 2/2 of a round. If you hear anything, my dog is snoring. So just so you know. And here I made, yeah, it stuck together, so I was mending it, but here I now made a rip, but that's okay, I will make that. So I have a lot of backgrounds, and I really want to, yeah, want to work in this, perhaps also in a live. I'm not sure, but I will see what happens. So this is, I think, ad paper that I got in the mail for free. Here I made a whole digital set out of this one because I really love this print. They are both really different, but I like the odd shapes. So I made this, and this is also that parchment paper that I painted. This is diluted, how do you call that, paint. Yeah, I have like this. I can't really remember the words. I was afraid of that. Acrylic paint. And here as well I used half of that of a print, and this is all. This is something different. This is to paint your clothing with. So that is clothing paint, textile paint, and that was was still dry, so it was powdery stuff, and I diluted that, and then I made these prints out of them. It's really a long time ago, so I'm trying to remember. And this is from a phone book paper, also really old. I saved the last phone book I had, so that's really a long time ago. And also made something on top, and then I stuck it down. So yeah, I really have a lot of backgrounds, and some of them. This is by the way, also my own print, but I made this digital. So this is a print out from my digital from my real art. Can't really explain anything today. Here I use some gold paint. I really wanted to show you because I'm so happy with this. And here is one of my favorite page. This one yeah, I had loose. I have loose. I could cut this loose, but I left it in all the time. So this is one because of the odd shape. These are just brush strokes, and then I yeah, painted a little bit those dots over them. And this was a cap from one of my something in my kitchen, so that made also a really cool shape. And here I have also three. I wanted to make yeah, something different, so this one is also one of my favorites, and I changed this, so I made another one on top, and then I started to paint over my gel prints. This is here is a letter from my daughter when she was really young. So yeah, that's really something for private, of course, for me. So I'm keeping it in this, but I did reinforce it, but I want to change this. I don't know. I want to make this a little bit more cool, yeah, a little bit more colorful than what it is. Now it's brown, green and yellow. So I don't know. I want to make it a little bit more interesting. That's the word. So now I want to show you this, and I also have a fold out over here. I also made a digital from this fold out in the mixed media, one of my mixed media digitals. This one is also really bright. That's what I love. And this is a transfer from a doily. And that's also cool to see. And this one can be folded out like this. And here's also half of the thingy. Here's another fold out. This is also from my round gel plate that I had at the time, and now I have a new one. So here I yeah, just stuck down some scraps, and I made it into a tree trunk. So that's also cool, and this is something I did all the time back then. I stuck something down, and then I made that shape. So yeah. Also I really vaguely painted the tree leaves, so that's really abstract. And here are some how do you call them, flowers, abstract flowers. This is also really abstract. I just stuck down all my scraps, and then I start to paint. I want to make a little bit this oval shape in it with all the scraps. And this was a gel print. These all were gel prints, yeah. So I just stuck them down to normal square or rectangular shapes, pages, and then I started to build it up. This my red pages are, yeah, really, I just stuck down half of this circle gel print, and also on that side. And then I had one red doily. I cut in half, and yeah, so really, and I also made the cut the corners down. So yeah, here I use a wooden flower, so that's to print with. I have the wooden flower over here. I will just reach for it because it's so close by. So I use this wooden flower, and in the meantime I also yeah, was drawing on it, and on the back it's nothing yet, so I can work on that. And one, I think the flower is, yeah, this side I like, but I wanted to make this into a clock. So that's my idea, and I also want to paint the sides. So that's also one of my projects in the meantime. Here I just stuck down uh, some of my gel prints that I thought looked a little bit like a wall or something like that. So these are really, really old, but I wanted wanted them to look a little bit old. Yeah, I also have another sort of a messily round shape, and here I wanted to have the same look as the previous page, but then I connected them. This one the same, so I paint over it every now and again. Here I have a fold out, it looks like this, and I also have a fold down. So this yeah, I had really, let me see if you can see that little thingy. I have something stuck, but yeah, it looked a little bit like a foot or something in my mind, at least. So, so that at first I was yeah, I let it stick out, but that wrinkled a lot, and I couldn't set up my journal straight on my in my library. So yeah, and here I have another really weird page. So I have this, and I have a fold out. This is diluted acrylic paint, and I think I also made a little bit of mud to make marks. So that's also a cool idea, and this is just from I think a cardboard box. So, and on this side also a gel print, and I did draw a little bit of yeah, I made some marks with a pencil. I enhanced the marks that you already could see, and on the back is the same one, but then I didn't draw anything. Ooh. And this is one of my favorite gel prints. I don't know if I could recreate something like that. So the feel that this has, I like a little bit of that honeycomb, and that's also something yeah, I made a little bit. Yeah, it looks a little bit like it. So, and over here I have an extra flap as well. And here I made a pocket, nothing in yet. So I can't lift that, but here's a pocket. Like that. And here's also something I tried, monoprinting. There's a piece of that, and here's just messily painting on top of the gel prints. That's what you see. This is my second signature, so if I'm correct. So the first is still a little bit more finished than my second, so yeah. But I did paint on them, so this is really cool. This one I stuck down and I cut the sides off to get this shape in it. And here I saw a little bit of a wing in it. This was just from a newspaper. I was painting on a newspaper, and then it folded in between, and then I saw this, and I just had to stuck it in one of my journals. Here I wanted to do some circles. I also have a flip of this, so you can see, if you go back you will see the difference in what I did work on. Here I started to stick down some focal points and something I want to paint over, or yeah, I thought of the colors and then stuck them together. Here I also painted over this. This was a really simple gel print, but the blue I painted in, so to make it a little bit more interesting. This is also one of the most interesting prints I did got. So this is with silver paint, of course. This is really not I didn't do anything really anything with it. So I'm forgetting to watch. I don't know if anyone is saying anything, but I can't really see that right now. So I hope nothing is wrong with my perhaps I clicked that nobody could respond. I don't know. I hope I didn't do that, because the previous two I got a response almost immediately, but well, we will see. I'm really sorry about that if I clicked something wrong. Now I got the full screen and now you can't respond. Perhaps that's the case. I don't know. So it could be. I will check it out later. So this, I really don't know how to change that on the fly. So when I have better equipment and a better camera and all that, and I have a second device that is powerful enough, that can load fast, and then I can do a little bit more on these lives. So perhaps I clicked that accidentally, I don't really know. But I hope I didn't do that, but well. So I'm sorry about that. So here is a watercolor on top, I think. And here I also created a pocket. And here I stuck down some of the focal points. Here also something I wanted to paint or paint over. Something I also do sometimes. Is copy this next, I will draw this, but also you can paint over this. So that's really cool to practice a little bit of your painting skills. This is also really weirdly shaped, just with a roller. I think I was just rolling my roller a little bit with that purplish stuff. This is also a little bit of a weird shape, like this. But I really like that. So here I left a little bit of a sort of a spine, if you will. And then this goes like this. So I made it a little bit different. So I stuck it down like that. Here I want to work on still all the white that you see. So I still have white. And these, by the way, are receipts from the store. So I had a bottle of perfume in my bag at the time, and this made this that was leaking the bottle. So this came out like this. And here I was trying to make sort of a butterfly. Oh, I see someone. I'm so sorry I missed that you came in. Oh, hi. Hey Laila. Oh, hij werkt wel. Ik dacht, misschien heb ik iets verkeerds gedaan. Dank je. Thank you so much. Yeah, sometimes a lot of people come, but this is the third time I'm going live. Finally, I got the the picture to go the right way. What do you think about the sound, and what do you think about my lighting? Is it a little bit better than before? Because this is, I also put test in my in my, how do you call that, in my title, so perhaps people think I'm testing stuff out. I don't know. I was really afraid that it didn't work or something, but yeah, I'm really happy that you are responding, because now I know that it's working, and now I know for the next time what I can do. Normally I'm an hour later on, so I think everyone was expecting that, but I wanted to start an hour earlier to try that out, that I have the full range of my the view full range, you know. So here is a printable, but that is my art that I made into printable. So I had made a tag out of that. And here I made a pocket. I also have a painting of this. So I first made this, and then I made a painting that looked a little bit like this. So now I have a pocket, and here you see that I painted those, yeah, these things. So I painted. Sometimes I paint over it, but yeah, you see, this one I paint over, and this one also. So sometimes I'm trying stuff out to do something new. I could do a tutorial about that. That's really so easy, because you see where all the colors are and the shapes, and you can just paint over it, and you have really cool painting. But yeah, so you can practice doing that. That's really a cool idea, right? So everything is working correctly. The sound is okay. Would you want to tell me, if you could tell me if everything is okay? This is a flip down, and also with a gel print. I just wanted to show you the flip down. It's all the way up here, and then I just folded a round circle onto the other side, really easy. Here I also, yeah, stuck down those ads. Here I collected a few cool things I found in my ads. So I have a couple of focal points. I love collecting shapes and yeah, stuff like that. So I have really a lot of those flowers. So I could do tutorial about that. It is really easy to do. So then you can also practice your painting skills, as I said. So here is also really green. I printed some leaves, real leaves over here. I used a little bit of bold yellow with green and black. That's really cool effect. And here I did the same, so I diluted yeah, the paint, the acrylic paint. I'm really happy that it's working and that you can say something. I was afraid that I did something wrong, or that's always nerve-wracking when you go live and nobody's showing up, you know. But well, that's okay. I want to learn everything, and also learn that, right? So when nobody's showing up, what to do then? So that's okay. I know I went an hour earlier than I previously did 2 times. So this one is really cool. You see this pocket, that's so beautiful, but I just painted this. This is blue. I think I can barely show. Yeah, this was blue. So this was a sheet of my own, an old sheet, and I just tore it into squares, and I really have a lot of material now. I'm sorry about that. I bumped into everything because this is such a large journal. This is also, you see this? This is a stencil from how do you call that? Cardboard, sort of cardboard, cardstock. Yeah, that's the word. And I was painting with it, so I used it as a stencil, and then it got so painty, and then I made it into an artwork, and I saw an eye in this, and then I painted an iris, and I tried to paint the eye, and then I painted the mouth and the neck and the chin, and then it became a whole yeah, mixed media piece. So I really like that. I thought this, yeah, this is a fold out already showed. So nearly to the end now. This is also one of my favorite pages because here I used that pebble acrylic thing. No, not acrylic. How do you call that? I can't remember the word now. But it is when you wash the dishes, a sink protector. So I showed that in another live, and this is just, yeah, I see that it's something I bought. So here's the barcode. So I love that shape, and then I just made it into one thing. And here I stuck down these. I already painted on this on these ad from the ads plants. So from my local plant shop, I think. I also have something digital stuck in it. Here I wanted to make some weird shapes as well, and I was yeah, I love the shapes, and I love the colors, and yeah, I wanted to make unusual. Here I also did the same thing, that I stuck it down a little bit further on the next page, and then I have this effect, and that you have sort of a spine here, but yeah, I don't know how to explain that, but I just love to experiment like that. So this is also really cool because I used packaging. So this is from something I bought, I don't really remember, and this is also from packaging. So I made it into a foldable tag, and it also has a cool shape for a tag, right? Sort of a, yeah, I don't know, bear ears? I don't know. You can see it a little bit better. So I stuck my, yeah, my gel print onto it. I really love these colors together, also with the metallic in it. And the way that this folds, I really like it. So, and then I put, yeah, made the holes, and then put some of those twines on it. Yeah, so you can really yeah, just try to inspire. I'm trying to inspire, and I was also inspired making this. So I used the same onto an envelope, and I also have something in it, I see, or I stuck something in it. I don't know, this is open or not. It's really a long time ago. Yeah, I can pull that out. Oh, this is an envelope I made. Yeah, that's really cool. Also, you can, of course, make loads of envelopes with your gel prints. And this is an old one I see I used. So yeah, so there's an envelope in an envelope. And then you can see it through the window, right? So yeah, I use the same colors to paint on it, I think, or with, yeah, I think I mimicked the gel print, and then I use the same colors to paint all this. And the other day I was reinforcing, this was tearing already, so that's also something I love to do, just reinforce and work in a really old journal. So yeah, this I will put aside now. And now I want to go to the next thing we were working on. I want to show you how far I am. So one thing I wanted to tell you, if you see something shiny on this, I accidentally, um, because I couldn't find this mud part, the matte, I first used this one, I mean, for exterior, and that made it really firm and strong. And over top I usually use the matte mud parts, and then it doesn't stick anymore. So that's the way I do that. But I couldn't find my matte mud parts. It was in my closet, really fell behind some stuff. And then I saw that I still had something else, and but it had glitter in it, and I didn't know that. I forgot about that. That's the reason why it still had so much in it, I think. So yeah, I totally forgot. So this one was really runny, and I thought, well, it's almost done. So I'm opening the new one up. I think, okay, I still have something left. This is similar, but a non-brand, as you can see, from a store here in the Netherlands, the Hema. So yeah, and the letters on it are so small that I didn't read that there's glitter in it. So now I have a cover with glitter, you guys. I don't know what to do with this. Usually I don't use glitter. I'm not really a glittery girl, if I'm honest, but now I'm going to just work with it, right? Why not? So I already also pushed on it to make a rounded spine. What do you think about this one? Isn't that cool? And yeah, so at first I had a straight spine, but it was pulling. So on the inside, you can still see it. I really was afraid that it would crack or something. So you see the folds over here. So I thought about it, and then I just put my finger behind it, and then I started to make it into a round spine. So that's what yeah, that's what I decided, and it's also really well reinforced, so that's also really cool. So yeah, because it has a hole, of course, um, you really have to take that into account and make it as strong as you can make it. So when I did this, I really liked the idea that I can make something on it. And then I thought about my heart, and then I made a bunch of hearts out of my stamps. I changed them because I thought they were too round, too pretty, too perfect, and that's not me. I really like crooked hearts like this. So usually I make crooked hearts, and I also started to make these, and I had this mesh fabric that I painted on, so I can do something like this. And I also made a large one with that mesh fabric behind it, so I can use this. I think I want to use this for one of the signatures that I will put in this fabulous art journal, if I can say so myself. So yeah, what I want to do with these hearts is to place them, and then at the same time I'm reinforcing the hole. So but on not I don't want this covered, because here I want you to see the yeah, the spine of the pages, you know. So I think I want three signatures in it. So, and that was really my idea to do, but nobody's showing up. So I think I will save that for the next live. Also, I'm not really feeling that well today, so I really love to craft when I have the interaction, so I really want to save that. Let me see, now it's almost the time that I normally am going live, so I will wait a couple of minutes. Perhaps I will attach a few of these hearts that I already made. Let me see how I would do that. Perhaps use the mesh on one of them, I'm not really sure. I do have this fabric on a roll. And before I do that, I wanted to show you the clock idea. So I did use my hand cut out of an old gel plate teardrop, uh, as you will, or petal for flower. And I did make this. I already showed that in my last, how do you call that, short. So I really can't remember any word today. It's really bad. But well, I'm doing the best I can, and I really am happy that I got the full, that I got that right at least. So I really want to pull this apart and then hopefully can make this into a clock. And this is a little bit, I saw this was a little bit wider than this, so I think I will do it like this and then keep this as the middle. But this cardboard I will remove, so I will remove everything and then place this cardboard in between this device and then make this into a clock. I would really love that. So first what I want to do is, I think I want to attach them just with Mod Podge and then put something heavy on top. So something heavy on top I will do on the side, so that is not something I can really show you. Yeah, I can show you in the next live how it came out. So because I really have to leave that overnight so that it's sticking correctly. So now I'm just going to see how I'm going to do that. This is, for instance, the front cover. So I think I want to do something extra fun for the front cover. And that's usually also what you see first. But like I said, I am also excited about the exposed spine part. So that was really my whole idea when I was working with this. I thought, when I'm going to make a book, I want a book with an exposed spine. But of course, the front and the back cover also has holes. So, and then I thought, how can I reinforce that? So yeah, that was really sort of solving a problem that is not really, yeah, really such a problem. But well, so this one is going over there, I think. I wish someone was here to, so that we could decide together, I mean. This one is a little bit the same. Yeah, I made them all a little bit the same, but some I did a little bit of a different idea. So something like this, perhaps. I don't know exactly. Perhaps something like this. Yeah, I also have these double. So I also thought about something like this to do. So that I can fold this behind and then do it like this. And then you have the same on the other side, only I still have to I still have to do the other side. I'll show you the other side. Still the cardboard and the holes that I reinforced, you can see. So I also want to decide if I want, for instance, parchment paper in between or fabric in between to make this really firm, but also yeah, I just want to make it really sturdy. And I also have this mesh left, so because I used that in my other book, I really love that idea. Not for that one, because I also want to use some, how do you call them, some beads. I also made some paper beads. They look like this. I have a few really long ones and a few smaller ones. So yeah, so I want to use this, but I also got some beads from a friend of my daughter's, how do you call that, parents, mother. And I already pulled apart some of one, yeah, some of the one necklace. And I really love these beads. These are blue with gold on top, and I left some of them, yeah, like that you can have, yeah, have something like this. And then together with the paper beads, I want to see if I like that idea to perhaps combine these. So I would, for instance, get the twine to go up, and then over here I will put another bead, and then this will come out of it. Something like that I think I want to do. So that is my idea, how I was thinking about how I wanted to do it. And also one of them had, I also have hearts, by the way. But one of them also had a heart, so I'm really definitely going to use that for the middle spine, for the middle signature. I will yeah, definitely use that, because now because the Valentine's Day is coming, I want to dedicate this journal to be a Valentine journal. So that is, I'll put that aside. That is a little bit my plan and what I wanted to do. So I will stick some of that down, and that will be, I think I will do only just that for this time. And I really hope that someone will come and join and enjoy me live, and then we can interact a little bit more. I would really love and enjoy that if you want to, if you also want to do that, of course. So I think I'm going to stick that down. Let me get a brush out of my thingy over here. So like that, let me see. Yeah, it's a little bit dark, right? You really can't see as much of the color. Yeah, that's why I want a ring light, you guys. That's why I want, because it's really pink. It's pink and red, and you really see the yellow really well. But in real, it's really pink. So I will try to change that also the next time. So I saw that I could change that, but this time I didn't see that pop up. So that's really Just too bad. So here I have the mat, but I will start with this Mod Podge. I'm sorry, I bumped into my phone, into this phone, yeah. So I will use this outdoor Mod Podge, the green, and that is really so sturdy if you use that. And yeah, but what I wanted to say is that it's really sticky. But when you, like I said, when you put the matte Mud Podge then on top, and then, yeah, you don't have that stickiness anymore. So I will just put the Mud Podge onto my heart, my little heart over here that I made, like this. Really happy at least one of you showed up. Thank you for that. That's well, that's how it is when you go live. I really have to get used to that when I'm going live. Sometimes my videos also get really good views, and sometimes they don't. So yeah, that's YouTube for you. Everybody has the same thing. Some are a little bit better, of course, but well, it doesn't really stick right now, but I really have to yeah, weigh it down, and then I will put some parchment paper over it while I'm bumping into the camera again. And of course you can use a double-sided tape, and I have some, but it's the skinny size, so I really would have to put down a lot. And usually I'm just going until I really need something, so I'm not really someone who buys and buys and buys. I think I'm doing too much, by the way, because there's a hole, so, but well, then it's a little bit more sturdy as well. Let me see how I can do this. Something like this, I think. Yeah, it's curling up now. I won't do as much at the front, on the front, because that will really stick my parchment paper to this heart. Let me see if I can put more. And then I think I will weigh it down right away, because I don't want it to curl up. So, like this. Yeah, that's a little bit more. And I will keep it down a little bit. Like this. Also, have to take into account this, but that is bending the other way, so I think that will be okay. Right over there. So I will put my parchment paper, just fold it like this, and let me look around me what I have. Yeah, I have my journal, of course, so I will put that. I will just use what I have and make sure that I don't stick my journal onto my new art journal. So now, yeah, I also think I'm thinking about that mesh that I want to cover. I think the front cover I will do with that mesh, but I'm not really sure. Now I'm doing the back cover. I think a little bit like this. That's looking a little bit too much alike. Also what I could do is this. Is it really showing, or am I a little bit out of frame now? Let's see if this is still okay over here. Yes, I will keep it like that. So I could do this. Yeah, I could do this, or the other way around. I think that is covering too much. It looks like wings a little bit. That's not. Yeah, this. Yeah, it looks cool, but I really like the other hearts like this. It is really a little bit the same color, so I need some paint to put around these hearts, because then they will stand out a little bit more. So let me see if I have, what do I have, what do I have, what do I have? I have red, I really want a little bit dark, yeah, I have gray. I don't see my black or anything, except my marble paint. I will use a little bit of this. I could also, of course, wait, I will grab something. You hear it creaking over here. Let me see what I can find. I have, of course, ink. I think that will be better if I would use ink. If I can find it, or else I will use, yeah, I have black ink, but it's something different. I also have oil paint in black over here. Let me see, something I can use. Yeah, I can't really find my inks that I normally use. I also want to show you this thing. So I also have this, but this is too narrow for my scroll book, so I wanted to use this. I will make a different scroll book with this one, that's okay. So it just was not tall enough, so so this is what I found. I found my refillable ink, and I found oil paint, and I have this old thingy that I baptized and made into a tool to put ink, and this is yeah, to put underneath your furniture. Yeah, I can't really remember how that's called. So let's just start. I can't tell you how much it annoys me, of course, but what good will that do? That I can't remember the words, I mean. So I will just put this oil paint, and then let's see if that will work. It works. Thank goodness, only I can't reach in between. That's too big, this thingy. And the cool thing is, you're not afraid to put paint onto something like this, so you can't really ruin anything. And that's why I made it like this, I think. Or I just made it when I started and I didn't have a tool to, an inking tool yet. So I can't really reach the inside. I could do this without really ruining everything. A little bit, if I do it fast, yeah. Okay, that's a lot better. Now it's standing out and I can see it on the cover. And just happy to have also have a video again, because yeah, I couldn't really load a video up with how my laptop isn't working. So like this, yeah. That's a lot better. And I really I had these round, these were all perfectly round, and I thought that's not me, so I hacked into them with my scissors and then I changed them into crooked hearts. That's more like me, but this one is a little bit too crooked, but well, that's okay. This one is also cool. Let's ink this one up as well. I need a little bit more ink for this in the meantime, like that. So now we'll do the other side without trying to ink everything, of course, because this is oil paint, so I'm doing it really, I'm trying to do it without messing everything up. This is a little bit bent, but well, that's okay. So now we'll put this aside. And I also have these hearts that can fold, but I will use them in the pages or something like that. So now I have 3, so I can, yeah, which one is better? I could also mount them on top. No, that I don't like. No, I don't like that. I think I want one here and I want one over there. We have to do this, and now I have black fingers. Okay, let's just slap them down, right? Let me see which one and how do I want them. I could turn them a little bit like that, and I did paint a little bit of black now onto the cover, but I can remove that easily, so that's okay. Could also leave it. This one could also be over here, but that will round. That no, that wouldn't stay on. I could do it like this, but I'm using that one as well, so a little bit crooked like this. I mean, that's also cute. Yeah, for sure I'm doing this, so I will stick this one down. In the meantime, there is black on it, of course. Let me see where I have to put. Okay, just about, I'm guessing, just about until over there, like this. So now I'm turning, and yeah, I think I want it over here. And I do like it that it's overlapping that hole in the middle. I'm pushing a little bit firm. And then I also will put some books on top as well. Okay, let's just stick this one down. And I don't have a mesh for those, but yeah, that's okay. That was my original idea, to also make a mesh heart to go behind this. Let me see if I did that correctly. Yeah, that's really cool. I like it like that. Let me scoot it over a little bit to make some room for the last heart. Let me see how much I need. First I want to press it down a little bit better. And this one I want just a little bit like this. And if it will interfere with this middle piece, I will just remove it, but I think it will be okay. A little bit down like that. I think I like it like this, so I won't do the glue over there, because then if it's not attached, this can move freely without something interfering or anything like that. So I'm putting some over here. Yeah. Okay, so let me put this one down a little bit lower, and here is now the stickiness. So now I will also use some paper over here. I have a whole sheet, so I think I will just fold that, put it on, and then I will stack some really heavy books. Like I said, I'm cleaning up, so I'm not really well today, so I'm keeping it short. Also, my friends didn't show up, so I hope they will show up next time. And we will have a good old time, and now I know how to do it. Yeah, I hope I can stream every Sunday, but if a different day or a different time will be better for me, I will do that. I bumped into. So I will work it out. I will try stuff out, different days, different times, and also what will be better for everyone. I don't want to stream when anyone else is streaming, of course. And I think, I have so many people on my list, so many people are streaming. But I think this time there wasn't a lot of people that were streaming, so I really wouldn't want to do that, of course. But well, I hope you enjoyed this stream and perhaps watch it in the replay. And I really enjoyed showing you everything that I was working on this week. And I hope that you like what you see and you will come to join me in my next stream. I will make the signatures for this art journal. Also make a shape into the signatures, and we'll use the gel prints that I already made, I think. And also will paint onto the gel prints. For each signature, 3, I will use for each side, so that will be 6 gel prints, and then I will use that, and then I will do that probably in the next stream. So I will show you a little bit how this looks. Now it's curling up, of course. So you will have you can see what we did today. This one is already staying flat a little bit, but I will, like I said, I will keep that overnight. It's already sticking a little bit. You see the mesh? That was an accident. It really looks cool, so perhaps I will leave that over there. What do you think? Or the front cover. I think this mesh will go to the front cover, so that's the way it will look. And perhaps I will do another heart over there. I will cut a heart apart because the other hearts are all attached. I have 4 left from my batch that I already made. So yeah, this is about how it will look, and this is about how it will look when I fold it. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I like this, but I think this is a little bit, yeah, it needs something, but I will think about that some more, and then I will show you next week what I did during the week, and I will prepare the boring stuff like putting together the signatures, and then the third one we will do together, and then I will sew everything and stick it in or sew it in. I don't know exactly. I think I will do both. So I will sew it in and also stick it in, because I really have, yeah, I need that because there's a hole, of course. So okay, I hope to see you next week when I will stream, and about Wednesday I will put up my place, how do you call that? Release my short again, and that will be about these yummy pages that I made with the marble paint, so you can see how I did that. So I will see you next time, and I also want to use this for the closure or as an embellishment, also a cool idea. So I hope to see you next time. Bye. Doei, doei. I don't know how to shut it down yet, so that will take me a minute. Okay, bye. I see it now. Bye. Doei. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.